TikTok over here, YouTube over here. Let no man harm you. Said if you live in a glass house, don't you stone. The vice of the Rasta man. My thing, this song was written. It was written with the present of a PMP. Tap up the screen with you. Tap up the screen. Tell a friend, bring us friend, share the live. If you don't want to watch here, go back to YouTube, go over there to Chuck Billy 34 and get politics going. YouTube, TikTok, all in one. So, as Mr. I believe that song was written, the present crop of PMP. And we're going to talk, state of that. Jamaica politics is not an easy business. Tap up the screen. Why the people them TikTok tap up the screen? YouTube come join me. Nobody know their YouTube better. So Jamaica politics is not an easy. You know it, understand, you can dissect it. Luckily, I have lived my entire life in Jamaica, so I know the politics. I realize that there are some among the political space who is trying to bring it back to somewhere that don't know. Because when those things were happening, it was safe, tucked away. Land. When Jamaica erupted in political violence, our olden parents were able to whisk him away, safe. He never have to stay in Jamaica. Stop. So I see some part of it now trying to go back, trying to take us back to the politics of the 80s, politics of the 70s. Those are times that he would not have understood, he would not have been, he would know the devastation where the country is at. He would know. Right? He would know the devastation that he face going through that period in the 70s. Right? So there's some of us who would say, I give him for that, not me. The the present state of our politics. We have oh yeah man, I am over by YouTube also. And YouTube is running. Don't have any visitors over there. 1976. Yeah man, no, it was started from 1975. 75. And for the rest of those 6 years, Jamaica face very high possibility of violence. Here comes Marky Mark. Right on cue. Right on cue. Welcome. Welcome, Comrade Mark. That's that guy, Comrade Mark. Those were times in our history. None of us wish to return. But there are those among us because they think it means an easier chance, easier route to political victory. They think it means an easier route to political victory. So you will see the dots are being lined up. You will see the top downs being returned to the political stage. Yeah, you see a person like Stengan being returned to the political stage. You see persons like Danai Williams being returned to the political stage. That is a sign. Those are signs of things to come. Those are the plans being unraveled. Those are the plans being unraveled. Stengan on the platform, Danai Williams on the platform. That's the plan. Yeah. So, so we have to look out for these people. We have to look out for these people and so we can hit them off. Here's the farmer. Yeah, man. That's the plan. The intimidation arm is back. Right? You see where Danai Williams' daughter is being placed as a candidate. I believe that was the I believe that was Mark. And your time. Sit down on the class and be quiet. Your time. I believe that these are the signs of things to come. This is the direction that Mark and his passing Master Mark want to take it. And we have to depend on good conscience people, people with good conscience, to head it off path. Now, where do we find these persons of good conscience? They're obviously not in the church. Obviously not in the church. They are not in civic society. They are not in civic. They are not in civil society. They are not a part of the civic. They are not in the media. So what you find is one and two. One and two are them. One and two of us will pop up all over the place. We can still see the light most of us live to it before. You see it come. So we can warn you that the minute you see certain people start taking up their position, we immediately know where the politics is going. The minute you see certain people start taking up their position in the politics, yes, man. Yes. I had a picture on my post. Jamaica exporting oil to Trinidad. Remember, Jamaica don't have oil in it, but we had. There was a visionary leader named Edward Philip George Seaga that decided that Jamaica needed an oil refinery. So we are only country in the Caribbean that have an oil refinery. We can refine the product itself. No other country in the Caribbean can do that. And to think, just last week, just last week, members of the People's National Party in Parliament were suggesting that Petroleum be closed down. Talk about being disconnected, right? But I soon get to that part of it. The engineer man, nobody met Mark Pastor so early. He said, I know Mark time. But as we say, when you see the ducks are like, when you see certain people are returning to the political party, we know what it means. We've been there before. We know that during Operation Bright, Danai Williams run off with $500 million taxpayers' money. That is not me saying that is facts. $500 million taxpayers' money escaped during Operation Pride. Skenga was given 400 million to build a wire fence around here. Now we hear where Andrew Swabe, the mayor of Kingston, was walking around issuing out taxpayers' money. Yes, the mayor of Kingston was walking around issuing out taxpayers' money, telling persons that this is yours to do as you see fit. Taxpayers' money is to be spent as you see fit. And then telling persons that when you spend this money, how you spend it is not the public knowledge. How you spend taxpayers' money must not be public knowledge. You see, them say the Marxist theory is always to accuse your enemy of what you are doing. You know what you do. Accuse your enemy of what you are doing, and no one will look at it. This is where we are today. But the story is unwrapped where the true corruptors, corruption is being exposed. Even if it takes some little people on TikTok or YouTube push it, true corruption is being exposed. And the true corruption is bringing down industry, it is questioning the credibility. 100-year-old industry. Patrick the Gleaner is about 190-year-old now and has sold its credibility. Has sold its credibility to PNP. RGR Communication Group sold its credibility to the PNP. Jamaican for Justice sold its credibility. All of these groups, the people could have one time looked at as public commentators, people whose opinion matters. Yes, my boss, and sell it. No, excellent. That's not new. They have never had any vision better. Right? Sold their credibility. So now when they speak an issue, people will now have no choice but to ignore them. So there is a position opening now for civic society, people who genuinely care about it. That position is now open because the Jamaican for Justice, the National Integrity Action, the Jamaica Meter for Accountability, all of them sell them soon to the white activists. This man sell them soon to the white. It about 2 weeks now. 2 weeks now, the story go about a senior PLP councillor that would have built a 4-story building without the approval of this very same KCC that he's a part of, without the approval of the very same committee that he sits on. A 4-story building was constructed without any approval from any of these countries. Nationwide broke the story. Not a peep out of the cleaner, not a peep out of any of the civics, not a peep out of the church. A week after that, news came to light that the People's National Party president was offering Senate position to a young man that could not pass the PMP's integrity check. Somebody that the PMP integrity investigators deemed unfit to be a member of the PMP, to be a candidate of the PMP. Marky G was offering him a Senate position and a board membership, board chairmanship, and $15 million of taxpayers' money. Yes. Nationwide wrote that story. Not one P out of the green. Not one P out of the green. Who this? Lebex is a woman. Just take off your pants, pull your panty and look if you see one boy. Do that thing. Look if you see one boy coming in your pants. Yeah. Somebody put her to the back of the pants. Tell her. If you pull her panty and look if you see one boy. Yeah, man. Pull your panty and look if you see one boy. That are your instructions. Yeah. So that broke not a P out of the media. Civic. So it come again where the mayor of Kingston is cheating taxpayers' money like his own personal bank, walking around issuing and out, giving over, let's see, if my math serves me right, you have 63 members of parliament and over 220 councillors. Some getting 300,000, some getting 500,000. So let's see, he would be giving out probably close to $2 billion of taxpayers' money with not one single guideline. Scan to the message. I don't. Scan to the message. Do with it as you please. Let me find nationwide reporting and play. Do with this as you please is the message. Do with this as you please is the message from the mayor of Kingston. Do with this as you please. Where is it? Oh, here it is right there. That at least two agencies are from the Kingston and do with it as you please. So, including constituency caretakers, this investigation appears to be a consequence of the fallout between the PMP and its former caretaker of Central Kingston, Lawrence Rowe. Nationwide News has seen and heard conversations involving Rowe, PMP General Secretary Dr. Dave Campbell, and an employee of KCNC. The conversations raise serious questions about whether the PMP-controlled KCNC is using the tax dollars of Jamaicans to shore up support for political representatives in its bid to help the PMP take control of central government. Nationwide News has made several attempts over the last 3 days to provide Dr. Campbell, Lawrence Rowe, and the KCNC employee opportunities to respond to the allegations. George Davis has this Nationwide News exclusive.
Nationwide News has seen a record of the conversations between Lawrence Rowe and PNP General Secretary Dr. Dave Campbell. One particular conversation happened on December 20th. At 6 p.m. At the time, was PNP's caretaker, Central King.
But come on, come on. If that was to believe, that now go right. That the media is not divided. The media is not divided. The media is united in its support for the PNP. Right? The media is the same media. Come on, sat down and watch the collapse of the 90s and did nothing.
Any sincerity was willing to see back into see. Let me tell you what. And Rowan explained to his general secretary that Christmas work was done in downtown Kingston, and he was only able to recommend two names to be engaged. Rowe complained that PNP caretakers in West Kingston and other areas were treated better. Rowe then complained that for Christmas, the KCMC would send him $300,000.
Yeah, man, but that is one out of many. And I don't think, I think them have sympathetic reporters to the JLP, but the station itself is not.
In the leadership over $500,000. Who also lamented the Navy camp, a senior official at KCMC, was also a prominent member of PNP, was in Central Kingston giving money to some comrades without notifying him. The PNP controls the KCMC. Dr. Campbell responded, telling Rowe that the monies were allocated strategically in line with PNP's preparation for two by-elections. I can tell you right now, that's because everybody included the results that were later on by-election. So there's no by-election chance I gave them a by-election. Dr. Campbell then sought to reassure Lawrence Rowe that the PNP does take seriously the
So, there you are. So, put money in the ones that are going to buy. Now, that is not, KCC money is not to be used for any election. It is not the job of KCC. Right? That has never been the job of any municipality election campaign. Municipalities are to beautify their towns and their cities. Your money is spent to beautify the place, fix up the roads. That is what municipality money is for. Not, not to win an election. Right? Them say $1 billion at the Spanish $1 billion. But my max gate and street light, thank you, things like that way. That way corresponds to money is far. But as you mentioned, street, let me ask this question. When the Jamaica Labour Party came in 2016, there was an $11 billion street light to the JPS. $11 billion street light, which means the local authorities was not paying for those things. Right? Now, this government had to pay off that bill. The government, central government had to pay off $11 billion to the Jamaica Public Service for public life. That is the job of the municipalities. So evidence will show that it's not just now. It's not just now. PMP has squandered those money. Right? It's not just now. It's a long-standing practice. A very long-standing practice for them to do. Now, and we have evidence about it. Now, Bridgemar, good evening. Now, let me go back to another use of local government. One of the loud cry recently have to do with the conditions of roads. Condition of our road has been, as according to the Prime Minister, been the crisis. Jamaica has suffered through the longest period of continuous rainfall. in probably more than a generation. Longest period of continuity, right? In more than a generation, right? Hold on, begging you. In more than a generation. The longest period of continuing. So it wreaked havoc on our roots. Right? It wreaked havoc on our roots. But the message out there is that from 2016, nobody no road now fix. But people like to remind people in 2018, the crisis that Jamaica faced was that we ran out of asphalt. Yes. In 2019, 2018, 19, we ran out of asphalt. Because from 2016, 17, 18, there was a continuous upgrading of our road. If you remember, the word carpet was trending in Jamaica. The word carpet, everywhere you go, carpet. Let's not forget that was the term that was trending in Jamaica. So the notion that says from 2016 or road no fix, the evidence can prove we have been fixing roads. As I said, the last year, 2023, 2024, Jamaica sustained the longest period of rain we ever seen. Do you think the government says so they are going to plug the budget like a foreign in? I don't understand what you mean lack of foreign. We don't have a lack of foreign. Who, which part we lacking foreign aid? We don't know which part we are lacking. And Jamaica now is about 90% depending on our economy. Our economy is growing, our economy is strong, our economy is stable. Right? So we are not that leaky country 20 years ago, no man. We have a very firm footing now. We went through a hurricane, a category 4 hurricane hit us, and we survived without borrowing and that. We never have to run with our hands anywhere. So it's not the same Jamaica this. Nobody can dangle foreign aid over we head before we do it again. So no. So no, we don't need it. We don't need it. If somebody cut off foreign aid, we have room to work. No man, some black no man, that come back. Some the people realize listen to that was the second mistake that was correct. The first one was the birthright. So that one was corrected. There's no crisis. There would not have been a crisis. We are not losing anything. And as I said, our economy is good. We have a government that has been focused on economic growth. No, sir, US, come on, let me follow politics all over the world. That temporary freeze that no, come on, we soon get it. Yeah, as I was saying, back in the day, the term carpet was where we did a use to describe the road that we fix. Everywhere you go, carpet, carpet here, carpet here. So when you hear the argument that says from 2016 there's no work on the road, on our road network, that is false. That evidence can easily be brought to prove, right? Evidence can easily come up. Jamaica run out of asphalt first time, right? Jamaica run out of asphalt for the very first time. We know so that work is there. But what the government did, this government, was sit down and come up with a comprehensive plan to deal with the road network. Because one of the problems we have with our road network is the temporary fix. Some people don't so block one road, so the government quick throw some asphalt over it. Hey, road fix. But there was no what the word I look for? There was no sorry, I look for one word. The real I get told it, there was no proper repair for this. So the government sit down. Yes, there was no strategic plan to maintain and fully repair. So the government sat down and came up with a plan. We call it Sparks Program. Right? And that plan has now been rolled out, whereby the community roads, the ones that we normally have to go, they got black road without tire and an old fridge to get fixed. There is now a repair and a maintenance program in place. So if we did run out of asphalt the last time, now we are going to run out of asphalt. No asphalt that going to run out. I mean, no, it are going to run out. But we have the spark, we have the breach. Those two are to tackle road condition. And remember, this is not a knee-jerk effect because this program was announced in the 2022 budget, if I'm not mistaken. But as the Prime Minister said, because we are a responsible government, we had to dot all the I's and cross all the T's before it was implemented. These projects are not here to win election. These are not election winning. These are not run winning projects. These are projects that are put in place to assist Jamaica to move forward to the first road status. Yeah, there should be. There should be. I think there should be. Right. So, and I think some of them is gonna be concrete road. Some of them where the flooding where the flooding is high possible. Those will be concrete. All right. 45 big no, it's actually 47 billion. 47 billion because 2 billion was added to the spark and you have the $5 million reach. Right? So this is a comprehensive program that should solve our road network issue. We don't have to return to the days of people blocking roads to get it fixed. Because our road finally now has been mapped and set a maintenance schedule. And the work that every single contractor under the Sparks program has to have a guarantee. For the first time in the history of Jamaica, we have two roads, the Barbican and Kansas Street. That's such a road, Barbican, Kansas Street. That road is being repaired under warranty. The St. Thomas Legat Highway, two different heavy rain, two different damage, and those damage were fixed under warranty. Not at a cost to the government and the taxpayers, because we signed contract that guaranteed work. Right? So those work, that's how guaranteed work. So we can do this. We can get people to guarantee them work. The Jamaica Labour Party as a government has done that. We get guarantees from people that we are buying equipment from for our hospitals. We get guarantees from those. Responsible governing. We don't waste taxpayers' money. There was a certain prime minister, I won't call his name, that during a heavy rain in Jamaica, bridge was destroyed out in Bulgaria. And he went out there, he used $140 million of taxpayers' money to erect a temporary bridge. When he was going out there to break ground for the bridge, a madman, and people, I am not lying about this one, a madman tell the Prime Minister of Jamaica, sir, don't put no bridge there, so put it there and go wash it. Remember that? A madman tell the Prime Minister of the country, say, if you put a bridge there, so that go wash it. Immediately, the Prime Minister that will remain nameless, call him First Prince. The Prime Minister that will remain nameless went ahead and spent $140 million of taxpayers' money to erect a bridge. And that bridge washed away within 2 weeks. And $140 million washed away. $140 million washed away. 140 million taxpayers. And there was no guarantee. I did it my way. That's the man. The madman. And sometimes we have to wonder who is the mad one. But the madman told the Prime Minister, don't put any bridge there. In America, laws making threat. Yeah, but you have one state over there it is illegal to make threat over social media. Florida being one. Like that I don't know, man. In Canada, at the same thing. But as I said, no, there was no guarantee on that. So the $140 million went down the drain. Unlike today's job, where the contractors building the leg of the highway had to sign a guarantee letter. So when we had heavy rain number one, and a part of it was destroyed, they had to go back and repair. We have heavy rain number two, another section of it was destroyed. They had to go back and repair it. And these repairs were carried out. These repairs were carried out without any assistance from the taxpayers' money. Right? So that is what we need long time. We see where Dr. Tufton is bringing the guarantee part of it now into the health sector, where all the new equipment that have been purchased. And I was told that there was a tour just yesterday of the Cornwall Regional. Its phase reopen will start next month. So there was a tour yesterday, and I'm gonna get some time and people from that workshop. I don't know how. Maybe my invitation got lost in the mail, but I forgive. But there was a tour yesterday. Oh, the cyber. But the country, Jamaica don't have them. So. Angel, I wonder how you have it. No question that thing. Yeah, but we are not, and the only problem we face is a lot of scamming which we are dealing with. So we don't have nobody over here with cyber. So we don't have to worry about that part. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have nobody out there with cyber terrorist, right? But we know to where the government in charge is signing responsible contracts. Every piece of equipment that has been purchased for the health sector in the last 8 years have come with guarantee and repair contracts. Omalo, you're not too much conversation when driving over. Pick up where you ask. Pick up where you ask, man. Why? Ain't not too much conversation. Now by Jamaica, I think Obama is having about three different conversations. He might mix them up. Right? But that is where we need it. I've known cases. I have known cases where in the early night in the 2090s, we would get a brand new MRI machine. It would last us for 1 year. Something go wrong with it. And we have to leave it to cover the stuff. And there was no repair. There was no contract to have it repaired. Yeah, man, the YouTube run same time, traffic. YouTube running same time. Actually, yeah, man, we're gonna start get the two of them running together now so we can build, get it more active over there. Right? So that's what we're doing now. Better contracts. Chuck in the 34 man. Try you know and go whatever. Let me share. Let me see if we can share the link. No, I can't. All right. But that's what we have now. We have government that now sits down and think about what they are doing before they do it. Right? And people, I the last time I went to Carnival Region, last year was it? Last year I think. And trust me, people, I can't wait to work so people can go there and see the massive transformation. That is, I cannot wait. When it open, people like Angel and Petal and then people are going to resign their work in the US, come back. Yeah, man, people like Angel, Petal, Winner, all of them are going to resign their work. Which part them there, come back home, come work. I can't reach. Right? From what I remember the last time I was here and what I hear yesterday. But as I said, all of these equipment that are going in have been bought with guarantee, and service contract. So the person who will sell us have to come and service it when something goes wrong. So we'll get more out of. I was passing a People's National Party conversation on TikTok. I think it's yesterday. And I don't like to repeat these things because people might think I'm TikTok. But the conversation was this. Nothing could do the health service when PMP in charge because you used to have one artist that keeps showing and give them money. That was the conversation. Nothing could do the health service because one artist used to keep showing and give them money regularly. And let us bear in mind that the last social key, that the $100 million is still sitting in Shaggy's bank account for the interest. Because my guess is that it wasn't Shaggy and friend to benefit Jamaica. It was Shaggy and friend to benefit the PNP. Right? So the last time Shaggy and friend came, that $100 is still sitting in his bank account today. Because this man, he said, nah, give you right now money. So, well, I don't know if you have access. If you want to fool me, well, if Shaggy fool me, I'm going to work. But I understand that is the thing. He now give labor right now money. So the last time he keep the show, he still have the $100 million slump. But yet still without that $100 million, we are building 4 hospitals. We are restocking every single hospital. We will upgrade over 200 health centers without that $100 million. Right? Somebody, I am going to text a reporter friend of mine and ask them to check on that $100 million from the because that those support should have came for the people of Jamaica. But the people of Jamaica don't say should have it yet. But as I say now, argument like the PMB platform was simple that nothing could do the health sector them time there. Because we're artists who keep short and give government the money. How naive, how naive can these people be? To think that one artist actually just do once a year and give some money was enough. Today, on politics and sports, we were explaining to and by protecting JA, I still warrior as anytime we be, warrior one case hand. Because I don't think I could sum in the way you sum it up. I don't think I could sum it up the way you did. Right? But you put it out here and people now understand where we were, where we are now, and where we are going. That's how we assess our health. Bless up yourself. One case behind anytime we go. As long as there's so much part, they say that. My red stripe here, we now right? So that's why if the people like you protecting the, we have to have us in the fight, all have to out here and put out the info so people can understand. All come, bless up yourself. I can have people like you who know it, who can put it across, who can wrap it up in a package and deliver it. That is our goal. Right? So now we see where without the $100 million from the artists, we have 4 brand new hospitals under construction. Without the $100 million from the artists, the government has prepared and upgraded some 200 health centers. Without the $100 million from the artists, there are no doctors on duty at every health center across the island. One man telling personal information saying go to a health center and 3 doctors did attend one time. Without the $100 million, we were able to give the nurses and doctors the largest increase they have ever received in the history of this country. So the artists can go and hold on for $100 million. When Papa tax them come back in about 30 years' time, you can give them. When Papa tax and Papa borrowing come back, you can hand it over to them. Right? But that is the thinking of PMP. One come here earlier, come tell me we must talk about 28 bank. Me now have 28 bank account. As soon as we get to 28 bank account, I will let you know. Increase but cannot buy medication. I don't understand. I don't understand. What you mean? Carry gold butter. Increase but cannot buy medication. I don't explain that to me, please. Borrow 11. No still at. Whoever you are, you're not making any sense. You're not making any sense. Please, you're not making any sense. Just by the way you type, I suspect you're a painful. So now make no sense. You are trying to say something, but you're not coming across. We don't know if anybody can translate to this person. But I go back and now it looks like he's a woman. Carry gold but a hospital. Terry, I don't know what you're trying to say. You know, still have borrow, but I have no idea where you're at. Terry, do me a favor. You are admitted to you admitted no medication, you don't have to buy your own medication. Okay. So when you say when you're admitted to a hospital in Jamaica, you have to buy your own medication. That theory is a lie. Because I have never been admitted to hospital in Jamaica. But I know even PNP support. when a Mark holding right hand. Yes, Mark, we know you're not jumping to correct the comrade. Take time to comrade, Mark, but you're wrong too. It was Portia similar that stand up and tell the people and say we are doing far less with more money. You remember that speech from Portia? Far less with more money. It was the People's National Party that implemented $58 billion in taxes on the Jamaican people in just 4 years and couldn't repair the Cornwall Regional Hospital. It is the Jamaica Labour Party that runs 8 consecutive budgets of no new taxes and are building 4 hospitals, has increased the number of medications under the JD program or 3 times over. Now, the last time I have a mark a box, mark run, that he mark one or more box. And that both a person, I think they want more box. They just, your neighbor said, Mark, speak of your own experience. You know, as I can tell what people tell you, no say. Your neighbor said, have you been to hospital? Because I know for a fact that the number of medication that is now offered under the JD program is 3 times. I have been admitted and had to buy my own medication. The NHS, the record number of prescription. So I don't know what kind of medication you need. If I think so you might need something that is not covered under the JD program, lady, or whoever you are, have you ever exposed the possibility that the things where you needed might not have been covered under the National Health Fund? Just put that in your mind for a second and think it can pass. Listen, gentlemen. Jamaica is a small little second world. We have a government that is doing its utmost best. But we have people whose expectations and reality don't meet. Expectation and reality is not meeting. And I am not saying lower no expectation. What I'm saying is that try to make it meet reality somewhere like Angel, I should bring up, and already bring up Angel. Angel working at the American health system. And Angel can tell us that people sit down in American hospital and wait. People sit down in a waiting room in America and die. People in England right now cannot get a doctor. The waiting time to see a doctor in England now is about 2 weeks. Yeah. To see a doctor in England now, you have to wait at least 2 weeks. Canada and to travel. And we complain say in Jamaica, you have to wait 2 hours, 3 hours. Tell me one country when you go in a one public hospital, you can't just walk and say that. Give me a cut. Yes, man, people in a cheer and die in the first world country, them. In the one that we love to hold up as example when things are good. Gentle people, reality is that we have the government we are putting in the work. So when you come here about, you know, what breed me about some of you know, is that you know, probably go there and have one experience at one place. And then they use that one experience to pay the entire health sector. They got one hospital in a Livingston and they don't have no band-aid. Guess what? Jamaica don't have no band-aid. It's a crisis. No, me people. Mark, every day, God let me know more and more recently capability. I tell you, when you just start coming, you think you was one of the smart. But every day you let it be done more and more. Where have I ever said that Jamaica don't deserve it? Tell me where we say that we need suggest. Where did I even suggest that? What I said is that our expectation and reality not meeting. We never said they don't deserve it. I said that anywhere. I never said the Jamaica Health Center was perfect. Because when things go bad, you see one use other country to measure Jamaica. So, listen to me. When things are go brilliant, why don't you use the same other country then to justify and say Jamaica can do it at USA? So why when you reverse, when Jamaica do better than the other ones, then we're not supposed to use it. You don't mind dirty towards in one country. You don't mind dirty towards in one country. Because when it comes time to push down Jamaica, you compare them to the best in the world. But when it comes time to lift them up, you don't want to compare. Thank you, Queen. Tell them again. When you're not, man, you are guilty of it. You're guilty of it because you come right to a while ago and tell me not to compare Jamaica. So you're guilty of it. When it is time, when other countries are doing better, it's okay to compare Jamaica to them. But when Jamaica is doing better, don't make the comparison. Why? Well, that makes sense. We have to be fair in our judgment. It's either we can compare them once or we cannot do none at all. When you're not ready, you don't lift up and say, oh, look at Singapore. But when Jamaica lead, no, nobody compare them with nobody else. Right? It is only you know only want to compare when the comparison is to push Jamaica down. Again, let me repeat this 1,000 times. But it is that whole part of the states. We know for a fact it is better than England right now. Because the English are, as I said, it takes them nearly a week to see one doctor. Nearly a week just to see one doctor. That's what the waiting list over there is. We know we complain because we have to go in our hospital to sit down for watch. You know, comfortable. And we hope that whenever, we hope that we'll get to a point one day where Jamaica, what I need before you come, let me respond. After I need to step in a common sense. All of the shoes them a common sense positions they have. Yes. Tell us about the health services over here.
$400 to go see the city empty or an emergency care. So when we get that time for you hear me that sense and think that Jamaica is a bubble. And our government and our prime doing so much. He's doing so much to try to help for under the pain. But I see sickness and I see death for oh him. I am the first one. I am the one. And what two, my